Welcome to the Home Services Home Show, where you'll learn everything you need to,
and a whole lot you don't.
more that you don't.
More than you don't. But hey,
Right.
every once in a while, someone hears something, and then they ask us a question, and we love it.
Yeah. Well, the next thing you know, we're going to be doing podcasts about hunting and fishing.
Maybe whitetail buck deers.
Fingers crossed. Whitetail buck deers and
Like
big bass.
Big bass. Yeah,
I like it.
Did both of those this last weekend. But
Yeah, we could talk about muskies too. That's
that too.
anyway. Sorry, I digress.
Squirrels.
We actually had a listener or viewer, I don't know which one, but a question, and it was pertaining to moisture in the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
They're saying that no matter what they do, they have a bath fan, but their bathroom, it's after they shower or bathe, it's full of moisture. The mirrors get fogged up, and the window, it starts to freeze in the winter, and they're starting to notice a little mold. And what can they do?
Sure. You're not alone.
That is so common.
Right. Houses that were built in the, let's say, 70s through the 2000s, almost everyone in that scenario.
And I don't know when this home was built, but I can about imagine it probably is from that 80s. Or late 80s. Or if you think about it, your bath fan's from then too.
Correct.
And does it work how it's supposed to work? And is it vented out?
Well, I said there's a couple parts to that story, right? Does it work? Does it physically? Does it work like it's supposed to? And does it work like today's fans? Probably not.
How many times have we seen where a mouse or a rodent of some sort chewed the hose and filled it with stuff, and now
or there isn't even a hose. So there's two parts of it.
No,
does the fan work, right? Is the fan efficient at moving air? The older fans, they're just not that good. The new ones, like the Whisper Greens, like there are some amazing fans. They're quiet, they move a ton of air, and they do a really good job. But that's only half the battle, right? The other part of the battle is you got to take that moisture that was from your bathroom and get it outside, not into your attic, because up in your attic can be very, very dangerous.
It can be. And
you saw it this year with some of the winter pictures.
Oh, we've seen. Well, look, one of my houses, we went to replace the roof, and we found a bunch of rotten wood. And one of the spots with rotten wood was because the bath fan went up, and they just stapled it to the rafter.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't go anywhere, so it just sat and blew moisture against the roof deck for how long? And now the wood was all rotten.
Ian,
I had no idea.
Ian, do you have that video when David Togstad had it snowing inside the attic?
Yeah, I can put that up.
That would be a perfect one. Yeah. And that was a scenario where they had bath fans that had no venting at all.
They just vented into the attic.
And it was putting all that warm, moist air in the attic. Well, when warm meets cold, right, what happens? Condensation. And if it's really cold, that condensation turns to snow. Mm-hmm. So it was actually, he has a video of it snowing in an attic because the bath fans weren't vented.
It was moldy up there too, wasn't it?
It was moldy. The roof deck was molded up. Again, so that's the problem is people think of, well, I turn the switch on, it runs, it must be good.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the case.
No. The other part is, where is it venting out?
Out.
I mean, I see them vent out right on the fascia board.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I think it happens because it's the only way for it to happen. Yep. But we got to be careful there because we could actually be sucking that moisture right back into the attic.
Right. What are soffits made to do? Suck cool air in, let warm air go.
In the winter, it's going to suck it in, and it's probably going to freeze on the roof deck. Now we've got more moisture, and if you look in the attic and there's rusty nails, you know something's going on. So we got to make sure that it's working properly, right? That's the one thing. And an easy way to test that, piece of toilet paper. Turn it on.
Separate it. If you got double ply, take one ply off, and you turn on, and if you take it up there, it'll actually suck it up to the...
Yep. It should. If it doesn't at least suck that up there, it is not working. It is not working. So that's a really easy way to test it. And then the next part is, how is the moisture getting out once the fan sucks it up there? Is it getting vented out properly? Is the hose still in good shape?
Is it insulated?
Is it insulated? If it's not insulated, now what's happening?
All the water's condensating inside the tube, and now you have a frozen tube of water.
You have a frozen tube, or when we've gotten calls about people turning their vent on, and then it just starts dripping.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's happening.
Correct. It's when the water's running.
You're taking super warm, moist air from your shower, putting it up into a tube where in the winter could be 0 degrees in your attic.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's creating a whole nother issue. Okay. I've also seen it where the tube comes up and they almost put like a plumbing pipe dip in it, and then that bottom part
freezes.
Well, it freezes, and it's also full of just
Nasty.
disgusting, nasty water.
Mhm.
So we want that pipe to be as straight as can be,
Yep.
going up and out the roof.
Correct. So people don't think about this. People think it was a bath fan as well. It's just something I could maybe go buy and change myself. There's so much more to it, right? You can, but the odds of you fixing
I wouldn't even change my own.
the odds of you fixing it the right way, pretty slim. Like we changed hundreds and hundreds and probably thousands of bath fans in a year,
We've done a lot of them.
in every single year, and there's a science to it.
And I'm sure people are like, wait a second, you guys do roofing, gutters, and insulation. Why the hell do you bath fans? Well, moisture and ventilation
Correct.
are very, very, very key issues in homes. When I tell people that we do insulation, we do insulation because that's what people think of.
Right.
It's more about home performance,
Right.
how your home performs with moisture, ventilation, heat loss, heat gain, all of that stuff.
We'll talk in a second about the different types of bath fans, but you're exactly right. Like it's a very specific task that needs to be completed in the right order. To think about taking a bath fan. You can change the bath fan, right? Do you have the right electricity wire to it? Is that all done properly? Then the next thing is, what's the tube look like? Are you using the right tube? And then how do you vent it? Are you going through the roof like you should? Are you qualified to cut a hole in the roof and do it the right way? Like
I'm not.
we have guys that are really, really good at
Guys
it.
that are really good
Really
at
good
it.
at it.
They do it a lot.
But understanding what kind of pitch needs to be on that flexible tubing going up, and how is it attached to the roof vent that goes out? How's it attached to the bath fan? Like it's a science that when it's done right, people are like, oh my god, this thing works so good,
Right.
Because what's the biggest complaints that people are stinky bathrooms, right? They never really air out. They got moisture in them. They got mold around the windows or the ceiling, right? Because the ceiling's usually cold on the top plate, and that's where they get the moisture, and it turns to frost. So if those bath fans aren't done right, your health isn't your home's not as healthy as it could be.
Right. I mean, I can't tell you how many times where we've went to do a roof and there's a Brown vent, which is what typically, it's called a Brown vent. That's what typically is going to vent your bath fan. The tube's not attached to it.
No.
It's just there. It's just on the roof.
Correct.
Because it would have been too difficult for them to get in the attic and actually connect it how it's supposed to. So they just leave it.
Right. And then someone else steps through the roof there because the plywood's rotten and
100%. Yeah,
it's dangerous.
The tube is literally stapled, like it was in one of my homes. It's stapled to the rafter.
We've seen whole roof decks that were completely molded over.
Right.
Because the bath fans weren't done the right way.
Right.
But homeowners don't think it's out of sight, out of mind. Well, I turn the bath on, it works, it must be good.
Mm-hmm.
That's a problem, right?
Also, is your bath fan the type of bath fan that only is running if the switch is on?
Correct.
Because that's most of them that I ever had. That's how they work. Turn it on when you're in there. You take a shower. Do you think you're out? There's still a ton of moisture in there.
Correct.
So we want to make sure that we're using one where the switch either has the times on it or
has a delay off on
the whisperers that we love to use. They have a delay. So even after you leave and shut the power off, it continuously runs for another half an hour to make sure all the moisture and or whatever else you want to get out there is out.
It's gone. Right. And that's something people don't think of. Like, we've changed people's lives by putting the right bath fans in their houses. Like
that's a bold statement.
Well, sometimes a wife walks in the bathroom, I'm done. I changed her life. Right. That happens.
That is life changing.
That is life changing. So there's more to bath fans than most people think.
Mm-hmm.
Again, how's it installed? Why is it installed? How's it vented? And then selecting the right bath fan. Like you said, you can have one with a light, no light. You can have one with the delay off. The delay off, if you don't have a switch that has the delay on the switch, most people don't. If their houses are built in the 70s, 80s, 90s, don't have that. But doesn't mean you don't have to do that. We can put in the delay in the fan itself.
Right.
Beautiful.
So when the switch is turned, they turn it on.
Yep.
It's going to run for a half hour after they shut it off.
Correct. Or an hour. You can set it for half hour or an hour.
An hour is probably better.
It's
honestly,
not a bad thing. And
it's not a bad thing.
No. Especially if you have a lot of family over, and you like Christmas time, Thanksgiving, when there's a lot of people and moisture, that kind of stuff. Leave that thing run. It's not going to hurt anything. And they're so efficient. They're so quiet.
You can't tell that they're on.
And sometimes that's, some people go, I wish my bath fan was a little louder. Well, I'm not going to ask why, but it's too quiet. Got those reviews too.
Anyway, so like if you don't know, if your bathroom just gets full of moisture when you're showering or bathing or whatever, like that shouldn't necessarily happen. Now, if you've got a really small bathroom and your shower and tub are really close to your mirrors, that might happen no matter what.
Right.
But that's also key to where you need to have it run for an hour afterwards and get all of that moisture out there, because it's just going to cause issues, especially in the winter, at the edge of the ceiling where top plates are, exterior top plates. Now I'm going to start sounding nerdy, but that's where you're going to have the most temperature variance, and that's where you'll see mold up in the corners and stuff like that. That's why.
Yeah. So I mean, there's a lot of people's houses we'll go to, and we'll just replace bath fans for them.
That's it.
Like they'll call us out and say, "Hey, can you come look at my bath fans?
Mhm.
Like they're that bad."
Mhm.
Because bath fans are tied to your roof. They should be tied to your roof. And when you're a roofer and an insulation attic expert, the bath fan's an extension of
It goes. Well, it actually goes through all of them. So we're dealing with moisture in the home,
Mhm.
which is what we're dealing with when we do our ultimate attic solution and we air seal.
Right.
We're dealing with moisture. We don't want all that moisture to come up into the attic. It causes problems. Well, we're dealing with moisture, and we're dealing with a tube that then goes through the attic, through the insulation, and affects the roof.
Right.
So it absolutely does affect everything. We go to houses all the time where they're like, we might need more insulation. Insulation's fine. It's already air sealed, but their bath fan sucks. Like, or it's not vented properly. We're literally just going to go there and replace the tubing and make sure that it is connected into the roofing system properly.
Right.
So
in the bath fan is something that you use all year long, every day,
every day.
of the year. Yep. It should be.
Every day, multiple times. Drives me nuts when I go in there. My kids never turn them on.
Well, they don't think about it.
You walk in, you open the door, and it's like a steam shower. I'm like, you guys have got to turn the fan on.
Right.
They won't do it.
Right.
They don't think about it.
That's what kids do.
They're kids.
Right.
But,
so anyway, so if you have questions, or you say, my bath fan sucks, I want to replace a new one,
or it doesn't suck,
or it doesn't suck, all things noted. Let an expert do it. Our experts they deal with bath fans every single day. They know how to deal with the roof. They know how to deal with the insulation. They know how to seal everything up around to get to the things without falling through your ceiling. Let us help you. So
we can get you the proper bath fan and make sure that it is installed in the bathroom, through the attic, through the roof.
And if we need to get an electrician there to help some of the wiring,
we've got electricians.
Yep. So we got the people.
Yep. So again, check us out on all the social media outlets, and thanks for watching.
See you next time, guys.